remember working at Whole Foods when I was like 14 and seeing this and thinking, how can that be good? It really is to me. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Have not made a single video in a while. But today I wanted to make a video just talking about some of the women that have seriously inspired me to feel true and real self-love, if that makes sense. I feel like I actually feel it deeply, like that acceptance and like almost that allowing myself to be imperfect and ugly, like all those things. I feel like these women have just seriously inspired me. I'm going to kind of just go through my list. I've got a little sticky note here, and I will also just be kind of doing my makeup while we're doing this. And I have some peppermint tea, which is my favorite. So grab a drink, and I hope that some of these creators will hopefully inspire you in the same way they've inspired me, because I think they've made quite a massive difference. Also, just to be transparent, I already put on some tinted moisturizer, I guess is what it's called. I really like this one. It's the Super Goop Protectant, and it's got 50, tap that. It's got 50 SPF 50. So I really like this. I've been using it for the last few months on and off. Okay, so yeah. So my first recommendation that I have is Carrie Dayton. She is a lifestyle vlogger, and she also has a channel where she will talk about fashion and kind of trying on things as a plus size girly. And yeah, I just personally really love her personality. I think her personality is super inspiring, and I like how she's just kind of herself and self-aware about, and transparent, I guess I should say, about her feelings, about herself and the world, and I really appreciate that. And she's actually, I think she's 30 now, 38 maybe, potentially 38 actually, and it just feels like listening to an older sister in the background. So yeah, I really like watching her videos. Specifically, her vlogs are kind of fun. I just think it's very slice of life, low-key and easy, but I think it's so fun how she plays with fashion, and that inspires me to kind of play with fashion in my own life. So yeah, and I really love thrifting as well, and she does that quite a bit. So it just inspires me to, branch out and be myself. Yeah, and not worry too much about what other people think. So I really like that. Next, some of you might know her, but her name is Cozy K, and her name is Kennedy, and she does videos on YouTube. Particularly, I think most of the popular ones are in the fall, and she essentially just kind of shows people, what kind of cozy hobbies she's into, how to get into cozy hobbies that people can explore. And it's really inspired me to find a lot of hobbies. That's what inspired me actually to get a Switch eventually. And so I'm definitely a little cozy gamer now. And yeah, or even reading, coloring. I started with coloring, I think, but I really like how, yeah, she's just unapologetic about the stuff that she's interested in, and she's very pro relax and wind down and, prioritize yourself in a way that is attainable, I think, for people who are living in a fast-paced life. And I also really like watching her vlogs. So I've known her for a couple of years, but I've been watching her videos that aren't just about fall and that type of thing. So a little over. Okay, next up on my list is Brogan Tate. I've been watching her videos also for, I don't know, honestly, since COVID, so maybe 5 years. And she's kind of the one that got me back into Disney, I think, and just kind of loving that part of myself. Probably the one who opened me up to my kind of inner child and allowing myself to express that as an adult, which I think, I hadn't felt comfortable before. And I really like watching her lifestyle vlogs too, but recently what's been really inspiring me about her content is actually just the way that her partner and her interact and they travel together. It just, you can see that they're glowing and they're both happy. And I don't know, something about that, and of course there's times where their trip doesn't go as they plan, but it's so nice to just watch that and just kind of, feel that energy of, yeah, what she's up to. But I remember watching some of her vlogs where, she hadn't had 100K subscribers yet. And I just remember seeing that she, was struggling. I don't know, this was a vlog from 10 years ago. And yeah, just to kind of see where she's, now, and it's really inspiring to me to just kind of trust life and, you know, let go. And when she was going through her dating journey of, you know, that whole thing, and eventually meeting this man that she's been with, I think, for 8 years now. Yeah, I don't know, I just find that really wholesome and inspiring, and I really like watching their Universal and Disney vlogs, and then their travel content. Even just when she chats in the car, it feels like having, again, an older sister just talking. So I like that. All right, so getting into more of the body image stuff, I'm gonna make a video about my weight gain fluctuation experience, because that's been something I've never noticed, at least that I've dealt with, and I want to make a video on that. So I will do that. But Sarah Simpson. So Sarah Simpson is a body image coach, and her videos are kind of circled around anything that kind of makes you feel like the best version of yourself. So dry throat. So, you know, some of this will be kind of around relationships, like friendships, toxic relationships, toxic, I think I said friendships, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, or even just people's opinions on things and how that affects one's mental health, and, you know, relationship with food, which is something that I personally struggled with. I think that her videos have very much helped me to kind of just accept and kind of take small steps to, once again, accept where I'm at versus kind of just, yeah, aimlessly shaming myself or thinking like, oh, you need to do better. So I really like her videos just to, and also, honestly, she's so beautiful. And the funny thing is that watching people feel absolutely embodied and comfortable in who they are, especially at a size that isn't considered, you know, small by, you know, society's standards. There's something so beautiful about it. And honestly, I think she's one of the most beautiful people I've seen. And so I just really love watching her videos and kind of, yeah, just getting a little glimpse into her mindset and her thoughts. And it's really, yeah, it's really nice. I every time she puts up a new video and it shows up on my YouTube feed, I will click on it pretty much all the time. And yeah, it's so good. Okay, so next, this is kind of fun for my dancers, but I found a belly dance instructor, and I think some of you will probably know her because she actually is kind of popular on TikTok, I think. I'm not sure. I honestly don't use TikTok because I don't like it. But she teaches belly dance in a way that's empowering for women, and she's also like a mom, and I don't know, something about watching her videos just makes me feel like something about women's sexuality and embodiment has become so boxed up and for no reason. And so something about seeing the way that she is sensual and dances, and, you know, there's something about it that's very appealing to the female gaze, if you will, because it's just kind of really nice to see somebody fully express themselves. So that's what she's inspired me to do, is just kind of self-expression. And it's the small things. I'm like, no, by no means do I feel confident or comfortable all the time, you know. I mean, I still sometimes make jokes and nobody laughs and it's just like awkward, but then there's other times where you express yourself and it's received so nicely. And so just loving all those aspects and doing it for you more than anything, you know, if that makes sense. Doing it from a place of expressing yourself and honoring yourself versus like, oh God, I'm doing this for validation. That is the main difference and the key takeaway that I get from her. Okay, and then the last person I wanted to shout out to, another creator that is kind of just like a slice of life, just a little slice of life creator. And I love watching her videos because they're usually like long vlogs. But it's Harriet. So Harriet from Scriptspo, I will obviously attach all these in the description. But I love watching her videos because she's also just unapologetically herself. And I love that because that's what all these have in common. All these women, I feel like, are expressing themselves and they're doing things that feel right for them, and they're not really thinking about what society thinks. I'm sure they experience that, but they're not stuck in it, you know? So, yeah, I love that. So yeah, recently some of her videos have been circling around, you know, just kind of about her journey with writing a book and just kind of, you know, cleaning her house, you know, and accepting that she's seen, you know, she has this innate trait of being lazy, she said. And so, you know, just kind of how she navigates motivation. And so, I don't know, just something about it is very nice. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna quickly, yeah, put that down and then we're done. I'm getting ready for a comedy show this evening. I'm going to see one of my friends do stand-up comedy at the DC Comedy Loft. And yeah, I've never met him in real life actually, so I'm really excited to just get to see his comedy, and hopefully we're hoping we can like chat a bit after or before, because it's just really cool to watch people. I don't know when I found his comedy account, but yeah, it's kind of cool to just watch the growth happen. So yeah, we're just gonna go and do that. I've never actually seen a stand-up comedy show before, so I'm very excited about that too. I got this mini clothing, mini curling. No, it's not even a curling iron. Straightener. Yeah. Got this mini straightener because, actually I won't say why yet. I'll say it later, but yeah, it's definitely really helpful for these bang pieces that kind of just like to go wherever the hell they want to. I have not done dyed my roots for a month, I think now. And I actually kind of like it, you know? It doesn't bother me. So, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just leave it like this for a little bit. I probably will, because I still have some finals. I'm 24 and pursuing my BA degree. And yeah, I'm doing finals, like college finals for the first time in my life. Actually, wow. Yeah, no, I'm doing college finals actually for the first time in my life, because normally when I was doing my first 2 years online, yeah, they were all online, so there wasn't really anywhere that I needed to be, but now I'm sort of having to, you know, get there and all that, so anyway. Okay, so this is the final look. Yeah, this is like, I don't like mascara. You might have noticed I didn't put any on. I wonder if anyone else is like that, but something about putting on mascara just really, I don't like it on me. I've noticed. So yeah, this lighting is not ideal. There we go, that's better. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here and just kind of listening to the people who have been inspiring me. And let me know if you know any of these. And I would love to know in the comments who inspires you. What are some creators that you go to for comfort, for confidence boosts, etc. So thank you for your time. Subscribe for more videos. I'm going to do another video on my experience with weight gain, weight fluctuation as somebody who modeled and that whole kind of eating thing. Yeah, stay tuned. Thanks again. Bye.